Snout out. It's the Game Day Show live from Tuscaloosa. DJ Williams, former Razorback, back with us. And we have Mike Cormack with us. And Mike is seemingly everywhere. There's an Arkansas sporting event involved. And just your thoughts on being in Tuscaloosa. I know you've been here several times.
Well, you know, the experience here in Tuscaloosa is kind of quintessential to what the SEC is all about. Yeah, I don't know that I like the fact we're here during their homecoming.
Right.
We don't need any more fuel for the fire. But, you know, Tuscaloosa is just an awesome location. Great fans down here. And it should be on every SEC fan's bucket list to come here and see a game.
Guys all over Facebook and everything.
I would say I have a memory here of my freshman year when we played Alabama and lost at the very end. They had like I believe it was like a Hail Mary or something at the very end, and London Crawford had that fumble. But what's your best game that you've seen here?
Well,
Arkansas, Alabama.
DJ, we were talking about, you know, after the 92 debacle in Little Rock, our introduction into the SEC with Alabama. Then we came here in 93 and 94, or 93 and 95, and won those two games.
Yeah.
And that one little one-point game that we had in 95 probably was the last of the best memories down here. I actually had hair back then, but you know, we're gonna get after it today.
I like it. I like it.
You know, when you look at this, it's a great story when you talk about Mike Cormack and his loyal support of the Razorbacks, but also the fact that you're here to promote what the Alumni Association is doing. But it's great. I want to get personally to your background with your family, because you have two kids that graduated from U of A, Shelby and Sean, both class of 2017. And, you know, when you talk about the Alumni Association and kind of Shelby kind of, you know, continuing to promote that as well. In particular, you know, she moved. She's a homecoming queen as well.
Yeah, that was really a special time last year. And she'll be back this year for the homecoming on November the 4th. But to see your daughter crowned as a homecoming queen, that was just something that just sent lumps down. I mean, it was incredible. And then she was so active with the Alumni Association as a student, and now it's carried on. I mean, they'll be watching the game today. They're in Little Italy at Gadsby's, I think, there in Manhattan. So that's part of that link that you start acquiring when you're in college, and you just carry it on to when you're guys my age, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I said we were in South Carolina, bearing the heat. Luckily, we got overcast here today. The weather's all nice. But what's your favorite place you've been to in the SEC?
You know, probably I get asked that football and baseball both. Athens, Georgia.
Oh wow,
it's so pretty there. We're going back for baseball this year.
Okay.
But other than that, you know, LSU, Ole Miss. I mean, there's just a lot of places. But of course, Donald W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium.
Oh, I get it. I get it. What about the Alumni Association? Like, where's the biggest following, would you say? Which state?
You know, Texas, as far as that Dallas. But, you know, a couple of years ago, we were out at Cal Berkeley for a baseball game, and Ernst Bauer, the head of the Bay Area San Francisco Razorback, they sold more tickets than the Cal Berkeley folks did.
Wow.
So, you know, the Alabama chapter here, they're always so welcoming, and that's one of the ways you can get connected is through the Alumni Association with their different affiliates all over the United States.
Yeah, we continue to hear that about Arlington, Texas, you know, and just the strong presence of Razorback alumni in the Dallas area. But I want to get to this app, this Arkansas Alumni app. You know, it's hot off the press, and it's just released, and, you know, I know you can provide some details on that.
Well, this is an app that they put out. It's called the Arkansas Alumni app, and you can go to the Google Store or the the Apple Store and Google Play, and it's a free download. And what that will allow you to do is on your phone, and I had my phone. I was trying to connect with it, but I think Alabama has got a block on it.
Yeah, that's how that works.
That's what happens when you get to Tuscaloosa, yeah.
But you can stay in touch. They have these push messages that constantly go out, information on homecoming and that kind of thing. But it's something that it's free, and I think every alum or friend of the Arkansas Alumni, you can even join the Alumni Association on this app.
Awesome.
It's really neat.
Yeah, I like how you said Alabama puts a block on it. I know that statue over there with Bear Bryant, it says that they're the 1964 national champions. I don't know what's going on with that. I felt like that was ours, Drew.
Well, you know, I've always liked that statue. We've gone through the rituals of having a hog hat on it, but I've always looked at Coach Bryant as an Arkansas boy that done well.
Okay.
And so, you know, but that is kind of a neat experience here in Tuscaloosa.
Right, absolutely. All right, Mike, thanks very much. Great seeing you as always.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
I mean,
DJ, thank you.
All you got to say is Mike Cormack is everywhere.
Literally
we're talking about
everywhere.
and we all know that. Obviously, the top-ranked team in the nation, doing things on the ground and through the air. So much more coming up here from Tuscaloosa on the Game Day Show.